So here we are. I thought I'd record a video that may be of help to some people that shows the setup of my Nitro 200 Air Conception. So let's look at some of the differences. First of all, I've filled in this gap here with a little bit of stretchy cord. I've got a new netting coming from Rodgorov shortly. You can see fills this in quite nicely. Up here on the left side, on the bar, I fitted this RAM mount. I have not yet flown with this, and I'm going to be very cautious about doing so. This can detach and leave just a ball on the top here. The bars are coming down here. I've tightened them up just to leave them in the up position. This is very robust. You can loosen the connector on the side here and allow you then to tilt this. The ball that it is secured to is a slightly rubberized surface, and so that means it's going to grip very well, and it does indeed. The phone is held in here by simply inserting it in the center, and if you wish you can then pull this rubber piece around the ends of the phone while it's on. So basically all four corners of the phone will be further secured back in the mount. A very high quality piece of kit, and providing it doesn't cause any problems with the wing, I will try to fly with that so that I can benefit from some of the navigation apps available on the Android phone. Mine's an Android. So that's the right arm. Over on the left arm, I've got the switch for my strobe. This comes with the STR strobe, the Spanish STR manufacturer. On here, you can see the strobe flashing away here. I also have a Skyflower multifunction with the radio that I'm selling. I might choose to swap the two around. The Skyflower flashes a bit quicker than this. I'm not sure which one is the brighter of the two. This is high quality, however. That's a switch that does come with it. I'm not sure whether it's an option. This came with this paramotor I bought second hand with very few hours on it. The wire cabling is routed back here. The battery bag has two batteries in it. One of those is supplying the power to the strobe, and what I've done is simply attach it onto one side of the cage, because I dismantle mine after each flight and reassemble. The Velcro strap is holding the cable clear to try to reduce the snag opportunities, and then I simply routed that like so down here. A little bit of electrical tape, black tape here, just to hold this and stop it from coming loose. That then routes down to the connectors sitting back here that connect to the battery. So the battery bag, double battery bag. What else have we got? That's about it. I do have front mounted reserve. I've posted a few things on Facebook about that on the various forum. So I've chosen to put my large Independence Evo Cross 160 kilogram on the front, and I'm not that big, but my last motor was somewhat heavier than the Air Conception, and with a fully fuel load and fully gassed up and in all the winter gear that you might wear here in the UK, I was probably slightly over the 100, well I would have been most certainly over the 120 kilogram range, so I wanted to go for something a little bit bigger. The Nirvana radio is about 10 kg heavier than this, even with no gas. So the front mounted reserve is also a flight deck, very neat. I can see here, got a Kobo Glow HD with XE saw on it. This is secured underneath, and this is not good at the moment. I need to fix this. I need to find a better way. This strap is not suitable for doing a larkspur or whatever it's called back on here, so I'm going to find a way of securing this one to this one, but at the moment I've used two cable ties, and that secures. That works very nicely. I have flown once in this configuration, and that does mean it's sufficiently high to get airborne with. Routing of the reserve bridle is really key here on any paramotor, and there's a particular gotcha on the Air Conception, and that is that the harness that comes with it, the Super, which is a lighter weight version of the Super harness, if you were to use what is clearly meant to be the reserve bridle container here, you'd end up the bridle going back behind the bar. That's clearly not a good idea, and so I have mine routed the correct way, which is over the top of everything here, simply held in place with a Velcro and a Velcro to the bar here that would snap open, routed back to the top and into the standard carabiner connectors inside, like so. with the rubber O-rings to hold in place. There we are. Oh, let's see, what else have we got? So, pressurization line to blow into the tank and therefore prime the carburettor. 2 mods onto this line. One I fitted because I do have to be able to carry this in the boot of my car. I've got an on-off switch. This is a Briggs & Stratton Briggs & Stratton fuel connector. On-off, works very nicely indeed. I fitted it here at the side, so exceptionally if I fly without turning it on, I get a partial tank vacuum, the engine would start to die, and I quickly, hopefully, remember to switch back here and turn that on. But part of my pre-flight checks will be to make sure that is open, and of course I can't pressurize the carb without having it open. And then I've got this excellent device here that Vince White designed. Let me just open up the aperture on this so we can see the detail. That basically means that the ball bearing will move as required and stop fuel from leaking. So actually it should make this redundant, but this is very much a belt and braces arrangement. Apart from that, I think we've pretty much got a standard Nitro air conception. Oh, I have marked the tank. I noticed that the fuel level indicator here, this stick-on patch thing, is likely to be broken off, and people have reported that. So I've begun to mark down here, coincident with the markings on the tank, some black tape. I do need to put it the other side. I've moved my right-handed throttle as it came from second-hand across to the left. No problem with that whatsoever. But I do need to mark up on the other side, which is where I'll probably likely use the mirror. There we are. Tony's Nitro. 3 trips so far. Very happy indeed.